You've been very dialed into these issues. What's your reaction to this report? Is this anything that you could have foreseen?
I'm frankly not surprised. What I'm surprised about is that this has finally come to light. There have been rumors for many, many years that directors and above at Google have been shielded from complaints about their sexual harassment and behavior at work. And now to see that there may be some consequences is heartening.
Now, Sundar Pichai sent an email to staff today saying in recent years we've made a number of changes, including taking an increasingly hard line on inappropriate conduct by people in positions of authority. I just got off the phone with Alphabet CFO Ruth Porat, who said she's super proud of how committed Google is to these issues today and what is being done, the key word being today. Do you think Google has this figured out?
I don't think that Google has figured out in terms of fixing the culture of distrust between employees and HR, in particular the employee relations team that handles investigations.
What are employees saying right now inside?
I think that many employees that aren't women are shocked. But many of us who have been following these issues for a while are merely still frustrated with the state of the company and frustrated that we can't get our complaints about harassment taken seriously.
Now, I understand you take a risk when you come on the show. You still work at Alphabet. You've been on the show before and you've spoken out about this. Has anyone ever discouraged you from speaking out about this? Have you had any talks with your bosses about, the decision that you've made to be more open about what's happening on the inside?
I'm a relatively high-profile employee. It would be very challenging for them to discriminate against me or retaliate against me. Therefore, I feel like I'm in an okay position to speak out on behalf of the people that don't necessarily have that power. A lot of what happens at Alphabet depends upon your own management chain. There's a lot of power in your own set of managers. And if they are able to cover you, then that provides you with a significant amount of leeway. If they're not, then they're going to look for excuses to push you out. If you look at what happened to Tim Chevalier, for instance, he spoke out. He was fired because his bosses felt like they didn't value his contributions enough and he wasn't worth keeping around.
What do you think needs to be done, Liz?
I think that it is surprising that David Drummond, the chief legal officer, still works at Alphabet in light of the fact that he violated the company's policy in getting into a relationship with someone who worked for him, right? And if that's the example being set from the top, how can we get any credibility for the fact that HR is able to investigate and deal with anyone, right? If the chief legal officer is untouchable.
Do you want to hear from Larry Page?
Sorry, what?
Do you want it quickly, yes or no? Do you want to hear from Larry Page?
Yeah.